Tyler's Happy Hour is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tyler's Happy Hour. How are we all doing tonight? Good. Finally, happy Friday. By the time that I post this video, it probably won't be Friday anymore. Really got to get on top of editing and all that good stuff. But today, we're going to do a tasting of 3 separate bottles. Now, by the end of this tasting, I hope you're thinking what I'm thinking, that you really don't have to walk into the store confused about what you want on your home bar for summer. I'm going to tell you the 3 that you just need. And you probably don't have to buy any more than that. We have a vodka, we have a rum, we have a gin, all citrus forward, all super tasty. And hopefully I can tell you some cocktails that you can work it in, that I've been trying to work it in myself. And hopefully there's some video just come on that. So today we have, we'll start with the Ciroc. For the people that don't know the brand Ciroc, it's endorsed by P. Diddy, super cool brand. They make a lot of different flavors, but their latest release is the Summer Citrus. It's limited edition, just released in my market, first week of March 2021. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because it is just flavored vodka, but I really don't mind splashing some in the glass and telling you my thoughts. So if you read the bottle, it just says from fine French grapes. If you're not familiar with the brand, all of their line is distilled from grapes. One of the only brands that is distilled from grapes, but it's definitely the biggest brand that is. There's a few smaller brands. I definitely think that when you distill vodka from grapes, it's going to be a little bit sweeter. Nothing wrong with that. I like some sweet stuff just like everybody else, but don't expect that sweetness like a wheat or a potato vodka. It's definitely going to be sweeter than that. So really, like I said, not going to spend too much time on it. It's summer citrus. It smells like oranges. And really, it tastes like oranges too. It's super refreshing, not overly sweet, but there is definitely some sweetness to it. It's not a type of artificial sweetness. They're really known for their really good flavors. Their flavors don't really ever taste too artificial. Really what I would do with this is mix it with tonic, because it's not too sweet to be able to mix it with tonic. I definitely use some lime to offset the sweetness when they combine. You could also just do regular seltzer, a flavored seltzer, if you think it works with orange well. I'd still add that lime. Or if you want to get creative, you could do this with some Prosecco or something, make like a summer spritzer. When the weather warms up, I definitely think that'll work perfect for you. Just don't go too crazy with the vodka, because you are topping it with Prosecco, so you don't want to get too sloppy on a Saturday morning. Next up, we have Captain Orange Vanilla Twist. Now, as you're already thinking, it's going to taste like a creamsicle. We already know that, so I don't even think I'm going to put it in my glass. This was released last year. It was super limited. I know most stores in my area only got 3 or 4 cases, so 36, 48 bottles, and it flew off the shelves. You could barely find it within a week of it being released. It was a hit. So bottom line, I've had this since last summer because I didn't know if it was going to return. As you can see, it's like half gone, but me and my friends really liked it. I had no problem just mixing it with regular Coke. I thought that was good.
I like it with vanilla Coke.
Cameraman Alex liked it with vanilla Coke. That'd definitely be good. For a while, Coke had an orange vanilla flavor. I don't know if they still do, but basically, if you add it to regular Coke or vanilla Coke, you're going to get that same result. I really do think you could work it into like a creamsicle daiquiri of some type. I haven't really toyed around with it. If I figure it out, I'll definitely post a video on that. But rather than just buying a pre-made creamsicle type of mixed drink and adding this to it and say I made a drink, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to figure out a way to make like a fresh, great creamsicle cocktail for you guys. And if I don't, then I don't. That's fine. So what I want to spend some time on here is a relatively new brand for, a relatively new line from Tanqueray. It's a Tanqueray Sevilla Orange. And definitely, if you're not a gin drinker, I really think this might turn you into one. Now, my fellow gin drinkers in my friend group kind of agree that gin's a summer drink. There are wintry gins that you could drink, and you know, the spice forward ones, the ones that kind of warm me through, and that's fine. You know, I usually tend to switch to either red wine or bourbon during the winter, just because gin tastes way better in the summer. This doesn't fall too far from that. It's definitely going to be more summer gin. It's definitely going to be better for summery drinks. But what I really like about it, obviously, as you can see, I've tried it before. is it doesn't smell too sweet and it doesn't just hit you in the face with the scent of oranges. It still smells like that traditional London Dry gin that you can throw in a tonic, you can throw in a soda and still enjoy. Super refreshing, super tasty. I'll taste it first, but yeah, so really, yeah, it's gonna taste like your normal London Dry gin. It is their normal London Dry gin. It's either infused or flavored with Valencia oranges. I would assume infused. I haven't really read up on it too much, but it is bottled at 41.3 percent, not proof, which is the same as their regular export strength Tanqueray London Dry. So same proof. Typically, when you have a flavored vodka like Ciroc, this is 35.70. A normal vodka would be 40% or 80 proof. So usually with flavored vodkas, you lose that proofage. This, it's the exact same proof as the real deal. You're just getting that extra orange taste. So basically, other than it smelling like London Dry gin, tasting a little bit like London Dry gin with the refreshing taste of oranges, you could definitely put this in tonic. You could definitely put this in soda. And I've been trying to work around a recipe to make a Tom Collins with it. I'm trying to mess with the citrus a little bit to offset it because it is a little sweet, but it's definitely not overly sweet. It is a lot like the Ciroc, but a completely different entity, at least in the sweetness scale. But bottom line, the 3 bottles in front of me, I think, are going to make your summer parties and your summer home bar the best that it can be. These two on my right are limited edition. This Tanqueray is a permanent SKU. You can get it year round. I think right now it's only available in a few sizes, but I definitely see this being in the biggest size possible to handle. And bottom line, when that comes out, I'm gonna get myself a bottle of that. So be sure to like the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think of these products if you end up buying them. And as always, cheers.